Mr. Dubé, looking at the third doses that are currently being rolled out, if we look at some of our neighboring provinces, we are lagging behind. Quebec has about 28% of its eligible population with a third dose. If we look at Ontario, it's 37%, Saskatchewan 33%, Manitoba 32%. How do you explain that Quebec is behind? Is this because of the age staggering that we've been doing?
Because of what?
How we've been rolling out by age group instead of having, all adults who are eligible all at once?
Yeah, well, there are many reasons, but I'll say the final answer is we are improving by day. And we're catching up. The first thing is, you remember, in mid-December, I'm the first one that I said that we thought we were a little bit slow because we had this, at that time, this directive from Santé Publique that we could not go lower than 6 months. So we were focusing at that time on our vulnerable population. So we were in CHSLD and RPA, but we couldn't go further because we had to wait for people to have their 6-month delay. The minute this was changed and it was reduced to 3 months, then we did accelerate. And remember what I said? I said at the beginning of January, we'll be able to vaccinate at least 100,000 doses per day. And this is exactly what we're doing. The second thing is, I think, looking back, that was the right call to protect our most vulnerable. Because if you look at, yes, we are at 28% today, but we are at over 60% for the 60 years old and above. So, yeah, maybe the general percentage is a bit lower than some other provinces, but our most vulnerable people are at a much higher rate. So this is, I think, the call that was made by Public Health. I think that was the right call. But when they did adjust, we did accelerate. And I would say if you look at the last few days, on a per capita basis, for the last few days, now that we're ramping up, we have the best rate in Canada per capita basis. So, and you'll see that we're adding businesses. 35 businesses have agreed in the last few days to help us. Yesterday, we had 16,000 vaccination in pharmacy. So we're there, and you'll see we'll catch up. And I think at the arrival, we'll be there.
And I would add also, to be fair with Public Health, that when we discuss about the second dose, Public Health said in Quebec that we have to wait 6 months. In Ontario, they did it before. And the end result was that it was a better decision in Quebec to wait for 6 months when you look at the impact on infections. For the third dose, I would say that the call made by Ontario was maybe the best one compared to the one we had for the third dose. So I think it's very easy to look at it after. So the call was the best one for Quebec for the second dose, but the call for the third dose was better in Ontario. So, of course, there's a lot of uncertainty about this virus, about those vaccines. And I want to be fair with Public Health. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't win.